Yeah, so anyway, that's when all this went to shit. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. Oh, hey, John?
Yep.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm Bill Hofstadler. I'm in charge of Biden's White House transition. This is Secret Service agent Brian Greenway.
I know Brian.
Hey, do you have time for us to buy you around?
Be my guest.
I'm sure it's been a fairly crazy couple of years for you inside Trump's White House.
Yeah.
You've been the manager of buildings and grounds there for a while now, right? You've probably seen more than your fair share of weird bullshit.
The dry cleaning alone was pretty hellish. The man seems to sweat pure mayonnaise. He simply blew the pits off of every dress shirt on Pennsylvania Avenue. Listen, between you and me, a dungeon full of Melania lookalikes sounds fun. But you try getting between a woman who hasn't eaten in 5 days and a reinforced steel vault door.
That's a good one.
You think I'm kidding? Working at the White House has been a fucking nightmare. I mean, I expected some Nazi memorabilia, but did it have to be so goddamn pornographic? All the anime cat girls dancing and the tentacles with swastikas?
Wow.
Remember the controversial piss tape? I've cleaned the man's sheets. The legend is all too real. Then again, with an incontinent old bastard, you eventually get piss on everything. Piss bathtubs, piss ottomans, piss carpets. Some days it was like Big Lebowski roleplay in there. You know what? You should probably have all the chairs reupholstered. No wonder he wanted everything gold-colored.
What'll it be, guys?
Oh, 2 Yinglings and another round for John here, whatever he's drinking.
Speaking of which, we were never able to fully get the urine smell out of Steve Bannon's old office. He had been using the Jefferson vase for what he liked to call his executive commode, until it overflowed, and we had to commandeer half the president's crushed Adderall pile to dry it up like sawdust absorbing vomit on a middle school bus.
Jesus.
I'd like to request you maintain the panic room, which Barron built from Legos after meeting Stephen Miller for the first time.
The White House has an all-Lego panic room?
Let me ask you something, Bill. Have you ever gotten a scab that you kept picking till it oozed, and eventually a new pudding skin of clotted blood forms over that?
Ugh.
That's the only way I can describe whatever's covering all of Stephen Miller's office. A couple of the boys tried to clean it, but they said when they touched it, that skin moved and recoiled like it was alive.
What the hell?
Yeah, 45 tried to make a deal with the devil to stay in office, but he's not a reader, so he only did about a third of the ritual. Instead of overturning the election, Johnsy came in. He looked like a little boy, but he's a demon all right. If he asks you to play hide and seek, that's going to be a no. Otherwise, he'll hide inside you. And the Johns he possessed do all sorts of weird things. Had me eating bags and bags of stale candy corn. When I came to, I puked for 2 days. You may want to hire an exorcist. Father O'Malley quit after week 3, and the place has been a raving shit show ever since.
Dude, come on, for real.
Yeah, little Timmy from catering was walking out with some Lincoln busts, and he said the one started vibrating in his hands and bleeding from the eyes. He heard a voice say, "The only way we shall ever be clean again is for the British to finish what they started in 1812 and burn this deconsecrated manor to the ground." So, that's probably a bad sign.
Okay, John, this is getting a little silly. We get that you had a difficult few years, but certainly there's no reason to be this dramatic.
If you find Big Mac wrappers lying around, it's because we were instructed to save them in order to mummify the original Giuliani, which they still juice to fuel the third version.
All right, 2 Yinglings and a Maker's Old Fashioned.
People saying they're excited to have a dog back in the White House. Trump had us fashion a TV cart with modified Roombas under each leg so that it could follow him everywhere. He'd had taken to calling it Don Jr., but yesterday, packing up, a maid saw him try to smother it with a MyPillow, whispering, "No one watches you but me."
We have to get moving.
Don't flush the conservatory pisser. He upper decked the guest onesies while he had COVID. We were ordered not to clean it under threat of deportation to Canada.
Hey, best of luck, John.
It was over before it began, you fucks. There's no coming back from this. I'll never drink lemonade again.